What's going on, guys? Welcome on back to Matt DIY. So I wanted to share my thoughts today on a service I have used, just in case you're thinking about using it in the future, and you can hear about my experience with it. And I'm talking about Cash for Cars, which is sponsored by Copart. It's actually a service where you can take a car, no matter what condition, really. It could have, pretty much the wheels falling off, not running, things like that. They will buy the car. They'll come out, basically pick it up, haul it off, leave you with a check, and you're good to go. Now, I've used these guys twice now. You all know I buy cars from Copart, but I also have used this Cash for Cars for a couple other cars I had that I really wasn't doing anything with. So I thought I'd film a video, just share my experience, and if anyone's thinking about doing it, you would know what to expect in the future. So this is not sponsored or anything like that, just purely share my opinion and my thoughts on the service. And so I hope you enjoy it if you're thinking about selling your car to Cash for Cars. Alrighty, folks, it's raining today, of course, but I'm going to take you out here and show you this 2017 Subaru Impreza. So this car I originally bought to use for parts. The way things went, I just decided to kind of move on to some other projects. So I needed to get rid of this one and another car that I had as well. And I thought, well, instead of getting bare minimum from the local parts yard or junk yard, things like that, let me see what else is out there. And there's a couple other services like Pedal and things like that where you can sell your car, but they'll give you next to nothing. However, one that stands out, at least in my research, was Cash for Cars, which is sponsored by Copart. And basically, it's the same idea of the other services. They'll come out, give you a check, and take your car and haul it off. And it doesn't matter if it's running, non-running, has issues, things like that. They will pretty much buy the car. So I thought, let's go ahead and film a video and talk about how the process works. And it's raining, so I'm going to go ahead and dive into this Subaru here, and we can chat about it. All right, so this is a 2017 Subaru Impreza. It has 199,000 miles. Not really worthy of fixing up to drive, but would be a good, parts car, things like that. Not that I bought it for, but right now I've decided to part with it. So if you're looking to sell a car and you don't want to deal with the public, and you also do not want to sell it to the public because it's got issues, and you wouldn't feel right about it, or it's just, not driving or running or things like that, or was in an accident or whatever, Cash for Cars might help you out. So if you go to their website, I believe it's cashforcars.com, or you can go to copart.com, click sell your car as an individual. It will take you to the same place. And basically, you can enter your information, VIN number, basic trim details, mileage, things like that. And they will give you a live quote right on their website on what they will pay you for your car. And you can go from there. Now, guys, I should mention, this isn't going to be, you're not going to get Kelley Blue Book value for your car if you go this route, right? So this is for folks that are really, just wanting to get rid of things, have a broke down car or something like that they just want to sell and get rid of. They will buy it. So you're not going to get Kelley Blue Book value, but you're going to get something very reasonable for the pile of junk that you might have sitting around. So you can go on there, they will give you a quote, and then that'll give you an idea of, hey, do I want to pursue this further, or do I not? That's not enough. And, explore the other options. Guys, once you get the quote, you will then have to give them a call. If you're interested, you can accept their offer. You can give them a call, and you will get connected with somebody who will capture some more details about you and your car, where it's located, some of the interior, exterior details or issues that it has. Is the engine transmission there? Is the catalytic converter there? All of those things. And then once you tell them that stuff, they will give you a more refined quote. So don't be certain that the quote you see online is going to be what you end up with. You could try to negotiate a little bit with them, but once they get more details, they might give you an updated quote, which is usually still decent for what you're dealing with. So once you do that and you accept it and they tell you on the phone, they will actually talk to you about your car's title next. So depending on your state that you live in, me in particular in Pennsylvania, we are a notary state. So anytime you do a title work or transmit a title or sign a title, you have to do it in front of a notary and they have to sign it and stamp it. So the way this works is in Pennsylvania with my clean title for this car, I had to go to a notary, tell them, hey, I'm selling my car to a business, in this case, Copart. They mark that down on the title, and they go ahead and notarize it and sign it, and you sign it and print it on the back. And essentially that makes it so that Copart can now take over ownership of your car that you sold to Cash for Cars. Then what's going to happen, you're going to send Cash for Cars some pictures of the title that you just finalized, and you will receive a call from them, or usually call them if you don't receive a call from them, and say, hey, I sent over the pictures. They should get them on their side, and then they will proceed to send you to another support facility where they will actually assign you the lot that they're taking this car to. And when it gets to that point, basically they're going to say, okay, you know, we've captured the title, we're good to go. We're going to send you over to the Copart yard. It's actually going to pick up your car, and they are going to come and pick it up, give you the money and things like that. So once they do that, you'll receive an email that actually says, hey, your car's going to this lot number. Here's your lot for the car, and what we're paying you for it. And you can call that local lot and say, hey, I've got a Cash for Cars sale that I want to set pickup for. And then they will actually walk you through setting a pickup of the car. And sometimes this can happen the same day or next day. Like, it's very fast. And what happens is the tow truck driver that's actually coming from that Copart yard will come out to your house, bring you a check, load up your car, and be on his merry way, guys. That's it. He's not going to do like a 10-point inspection and check things out. I mean, you're not getting premium value for these, so you know they're buying them so low that they know they're taking some risks, and you just want rid of it. So it's a win-win for everybody. You get your money quick, the car's hauled off, and boom, boom, you're done. So I think it's a pretty straightforward process for what it is. Now, if you're in a non-notary state, it's even easier, because with your title, you can just sign it when the tow truck driver arrives, and boom, it's now theirs. You don't have to worry about getting it notarized, sending pictures, or anything like that. But in Pennsylvania, where we do have to notarize, it's a little bit more tricky, unless you have a salvage title, which they will buy those too. You can just sign it. You don't need to notarize those. But if you are in a notary state for regular clean titles or rebuilt titles, you will need to do the notary process. Other than that, though, that's probably the biggest hiccup. The only other thing I would say is they did have some issues with getting in contact with the right person on the phone. Sometimes the folks that you talk to, you know, there can be a bit of a language barrier, or they might just not know quite what they're doing. So you might have to go through a couple of folks or a couple calls just to get the right folks who know how to move along the process and get you what you need. I've experienced that, at least. But once you do, it's quick. You know, once you get a good one, they know what they're doing. They'll move you through the process, quite literally pretty easily. So it's not a big issue there, but, that's literally it. So you go online, you get your quote, either accept or deny it. If you accept it, then they're going to ask you some more details when you call in. You're going to have to deal with your title if you're in a notary state. If not, you're good to go to the next step, which is they're going to assign you a lot number and a yard from where your car is being picked up from. And then you can call them, set up a pickup time. Like I said, both times I've done it, they're either same day, next day, or flexible. You can schedule when you want them to come, and they take care of you. Come out, give you a check, and pick up your car, and that's it. So obviously I'm sitting in this car right now, which hasn't officially sold, but someone is coming today to go ahead and grab it. So I figured, why not shoot the video before it goes, and I can tell you guys my experience. But real straightforward, pretty easy. Again, not sponsored, but wanted to share my experience in case anyone's thinking about selling a car, getting rid of one out there, and doesn't know quite how to do it. This is really easy because you literally don't have to leave your house, and they will come take it away, and you don't have to deal with scrap yards or things like that, and you still get a little bit better value than those places will give you. So that's about it for today's video, guys. Really, if you have any thoughts or comments, drop them down below, or questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you, as I've gone through this process a couple of times. Would I recommend the service? Absolutely. There are some hiccups along the way, like I said, with getting people that can move you through the process quite simply. But once you do that, it's really not bad, and it really is, you know, fairly simple of a process. So I would recommend it. Not sponsored, but just sharing my thoughts on this service. And I think if you got a car to get rid of, it would definitely be a viable option to look at. So drop your comments, let me know what you think, and if you have questions. Like the video if you enjoyed it and it helped you out, and also consider subscribing to the channel, where we do working on cars and reviews like this on services and different things that I have purchased and use in my, daily garage and things like that. And we'd be happy to have you here on the channel. But without further ado, guys, always remember to get out there, do it yourself.